I really, really like thoroughly appreciate you for taking the opportunity out or giving me the opportunity to, connect with you.
Oh, it's all good. It's all love.
I think
It's
this is,
all love.
man, the music is amazing. I downloaded the album Never Gets Old.
Yeah.
I, I, lo-
Yes.
I love this album, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, obviously, I've heard of you guys. You guys have been out here for since '93. Like, how do
Yeah.
you this long in this industry, especially obviously being independent and doing what you guys do? How do you make it this long and stay relevant?
Consistent consistency. It's the we don't waver. We're not trying to be like everything else that's out. We really stay authentic to our sound and our brand. And some things take longer to hit. And I think because we're not so concerned about it hitting as much as we are concerned about whoever needs to hear it, hearing it. That keeps us relevant.
I think it's beautiful just in terms of you guys' sound. Let's see, your brother's popping in now. Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding. Thank you so much for popping in here. I was just talking to Eric just about the whole idea that you guys have been here for nearly 30 years, like starting in 1993, and he really was just talking just kind of the basics about how you stay relevant for this long, for 27 years, and still be out here. And you guys look like you are 25. So like y'all been out here doing it, man. And the cool thing is that obviously in getting together to or getting set up to talk to you guys and do this interview, I really started going back and just kind of digging through the crates and looking at the past music. And like you guys obviously have evolved and you've grown, and the music has evolved over that 27 years, but you have like a finished product that sounds like no other. Just talking to Anthony Hall, and I mean
Mhm.
he speaks really, really highly of you guys too. But
Cool.
Yeah.
I was really commending him just because of his overall sound. And I've been somebody that like I love gospel music, but I can't really like I can't get into I guess what they call the traditional gospel. So when you go back
Mhm.
to like the Shirley Caesars and the people back of that time, it just
Right.
doesn't move me. But when I
Yeah.
listen to you guys and I listen to Anthony Hall and I listen to the Campbells, Mary
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
uh, Donnie McClurkin, and like all these
Mhm.
people who are out here today and obviously relevant and putting music out. Like I'm more moved by that music and what sounds I guess more urban contemporary. So
Right.
your music really moves me. And I was telling him also that um, I had just downloaded one of the albums off online, and I've been listening to this album like the entire time. Like this song's still good. Like I love this track.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, I
Thank
It's a
you.
love
great
it.
song.
I've been sitting here probably for 45 minutes since I hung up with Anthony Hall, and I've been listening to this album. And I mean, I
Cool.
downloaded it a few days ago, but it's good though because it moves me, and I think it's something that we all can relate to.
Yeah. 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 Appreciate that. It's it's a testament to to God for one, but it's also a testament to our commitment to bringing things that are relevant to the table and staying consistent and doing what's staying true to our heart as well. So yeah.
Now, the cool thing is I kind of have the ability now. I was telling him that I had been kind of going back through the crates and listening to like the older music because the reality is I'm really just getting like fully hip to you guys and to
Okay.
what it is that you have out here. So like I'm going back and I'm actually listening and I see that there's 4 albums over like obviously throughout these years. So kind of talk to me about the gaps like in between there. And I mean, obviously you did more in the 90s, then you dropped in 2011-ish. And like you have those gaps in there, which obviously life kind of fits in there. But like what went on like, obviously in those years and the gaps.
Yeah, true. The gaps, a number of things. We did life, of course. Life happens, and family, and all that stuff. But with all of the gaps, significant gaps, you find that there were certain business things that weren't happening the way that we had hoped they would. And I'll say the way that we had hoped they would,
Right.
because we were signed to Benson Records at 93, and we put two projects out there. And then we had a gap from 94 to 98,
Right.
where we were still trying to figure out where we were going to go with the music, where the best fit was going to be. And that ended up being Harmony Records. So we jumped there, and we were ready to go. Honestly, we were ready to go we had started talking about doing the next project. And then it was just like, all of a sudden it was not, there was no company, there was nothing that was there.
Right.
So we had an option of jumping back into another situation with, I think they were talking about Epic, because Harmony was a Sony company. So, moving us over there. And, we, things didn't really pan out that way. We never even really talked. So over that period of time, we had talked to different labels, different folks, about the possibility, but not until 2010, 2011 did a situation that we felt comfortable with come up. And then, we did that. And then there was, everything didn't fly the way we wanted it to there. And things have changed. They had reorganization changed around some things. And then we had another gap, and of course, in that time, we talked to a few different people and, had some conversations to see, okay, was this going to be a good fit? This going to be a good fit?
Right.
And nothing worked the way that we wanted it to until 2020 was basically when we connected with Legacy, and that situation became one that we were going to jump into. So there were a lot of different things. I mean, of course, life happens, as we said, but there were also, if situations had been, right, then we would have jumped in and made some more music and, been
Right.
able to do that. But everything happens in the right timing, I believe.
Yeah, everything happens in this time and the way that it's supposed to. This
Yep.
album, the album that I downloaded this week, to kind of talk a little bit about that, like obviously there's two parts of it. So there's Love and Light, and then there's Favor.
Faith and Favor.
Right.
Yep.
So like kind of talk about everything that went into recording that project, and why was it kind of split into two?
Well, oddly enough, when the pandemic hit and everybody was sheltered in place, I went into a mode of, I just want to create. And a lot of the songs on each volume, and by the way, there are 4 volumes. We only put 2 of them out.
Okay.
So there are two other volumes that are done and ready to be put out. We're just we're kind of taking our time and letting these volumes do what they're going to do. But what happened was, I just went into a really crazy creative mode, and we had an album that we were satisfied with, but as I always say, it's not done until it's out.
Right.
So I would stay in creative mode and just kept doing songs, and it seemed like each time I would do a song, we'd be like, oh, this sounds like something should go on the record. so when it was all said and done, we ended up with like 35 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And we just decided that we were going to put them all out. Like, why hold on to it? Like, because the other thing that we do, we try to make sure that the music that we do is timeless. So it's not like the trendy style that you hear it like today, and then in the next 6 months, there'll be another sound that everybody's like on.
Right.
So that's what I was saying in the beginning about us staying true to, what's authentic to us. We don't try to be like anybody else. We don't listen to the radio or hear somebody's stuff and be like, well, maybe we should do something like that. That's not how we go about creating our projects. And so this one is
like, I hear that from a lot of artists who you like they specifically like do not listen to the radio, and because they really want to stay in their own mode and kind of create their own vibe. And to me, that's the feel that I got from Anthony Hall and listening to Miracle. And I was telling him, like, obviously it fuses a lot of sounds together, but when I talked to him about it, I was like, well, the first thing I heard was go-go, like from DC.
The same thing I said.
And I was like, I think that's the first time I heard like some go-go kind of mixed with like inspirational music or with gospel. But I'm like, it sounds dope though. Like, just to be able to fuse everything that he did together and make his own style. And I feel like obviously that's what you guys are doing as well.
Yeah, the cool thing about what we are doing is that, it could fly or it could not. It's like you get an opportunity to try stuff out and see what people are going to buy into. We say a lot that the responsibility leaves us after we create it and put it out. We're not in charge of how people receive the gift or receive the music, or whether they like it or not. We're in charge of sharing the gift, and that's the blessing to us. That's what makes us happy, to be able to share it. And it's like a cherry on top, or it's like whipped cream on top. If people are just all over it, and if you get an award, that's awesome. If you just many sales, that's great. But if there's one person, which happens, we got a lot of ones where they come and share, this song blessed me, or like you were saying, still good, I just been stuck on that song. Whatever it is, however it works out, we're cool with that.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Like, talk a little bit, just like these projects or these 2 volumes. Like, what else have you guys done to really push these out and I guess get more listeners out of it?
Well, we've been in the process of doing. We've got our record companies. We have a video out. We are about to do in the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a live show that's going to be live streamed, and we're going to put that out as well. We've been doing as much. We did the McDonald's Gospel Fest a little while ago, and we are, we're working on a mini tour as well. So we got some things happening, and we also have Christmas music that is coming out actually in a few days here.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be really cool. We are really excited about that. We haven't put out a Christmas project. We've dropped songs on. We did a compilation with Harmony, and then last year we put out just the one song, but this song will come out on this project as well. But we have 7 or 8 songs that are going to be on this particular Christmas project. So I hope you like that as well.
I like the fact that you guys are like live streaming the show and that sort of thing. Like, when you speak in terms of the pandemic and everything that has gone on over the last 2 years, like, how were you guys able to adjust to that? And, obviously continue making music and whatnot, because I think there's a number of artists who kind of have sat back through the whole time because they didn't necessarily know how to adjust to this whole thing. And, obviously the Zoom interviews, I loved doing before the pandemic even came about. So like when that happened, it was like, okay, cool. Now I can connect with everybody because I'm in Cleveland. So it's like, a lot of times there's a lot going on here, but then most times it's not really that much happening here. So I had to pick up and travel and go somewhere if I want to do a face-to-face with somebody. But it's like cool to be able to do it this way.
Yeah. I think Eric froze. Eric froze up. Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Here I am. I had to jump off my Wi-Fi because I'm in front of my house.
Yeah.
doing something crazy. I think I heard your question. Like for us, we're so family oriented that being able to be basically locked up with our families wasn't a sentence for us. It was like, okay, cool. I got to
Right.
spend some much needed quality time
Yeah.
with my family, because the way we work normally, well, I say me being in the studio and writing and producing for a lot of different people, I'm constantly working. So I have a studio in my house. So being able to just focus on, working at home was great for me. Like to the point where I was like, I don't know that I'll ever have a spot outside of my house. I'll just, to be able to roll out of the bed and go downstairs to my studio and create is beautiful to me. So for me, pandemic was just like, that was just another way to be close and stay close to my family. I have a 7-year-old son who's like into music now, and being able to be home and see him develop and grow is super important. Right. And like I said, we're both really family oriented, so it wasn't a bad thing necessarily for us.
Yeah. Now the Christmas album, you said that's coming. Is it? I thought it was. Is it coming next week, or is it a couple weeks from now?
Friday. 26th, Friday.
Okay, yeah,
Black Friday.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, what do you guys have happening, kind of in support of that and promotion of that?
We have number one, it's going on. It's on corporate radio.
We got corporate sponsorship.
Yeah, corporate sponsorship and corporate radio. So you'll hear it in some big corporations. You go like to Ace Hardware, or you go to Walmart, or you go to any of those spots. You're liable to hear one of our songs, one of our Christmas songs there, and or hear us talking, and whatever. Hey, this is Dawkins Dawkins. You're listening to Walmart radio or whatever. And we're also trying to do some grassroots stuff where we are curating a Christmas playlist that's going to be in some local stores and local restaurants and stuff like that. So we're excited. Wherever we can get it going, we're trying to do that.
I dig a lot of the grassroots stuff, and definitely putting together like playlists and curating stuff like that for the listener, because there's a lot of like music listeners that are really into like obviously the Spotify's and being able to get playlists and whatnot. Like that. So I think that's dope. I can tell that this is really exciting to you, man. Like I see the big smile on your face as you talk about it. But I think it's dope though. Like I think it's really, really dope. And like for me, it's cool to be able to talk to an artist that I can see in their face and I can see in their expression that they really enjoy this. Like I love music, I love media, I love entertainment. And you hear so many artists, whether it's hip hop, whether it's R&B, whether it's gospel, like you hear so many artists that kind of talk about like the downs of the industry and they're frowning. They like, it's a job and I don't feel like doing this. And but I can see it like on the expressions on you guys' face that like you really, really enjoy this, which obviously makes me enjoy it. And I enjoy being able to connect with the artists and see what's on their mind. Like Anthony really spoke of looking up to you guys for so long, and now obviously being able to work with you guys and being able to just call you on the phone if he needs something, or you guys call him if you guys need something. And I kind of look at you guys, I look at all of the people that I connect with the same way. Like this, like entertainment and kind of behind the scenes has long been my passion. So I've been doing media for 20 years, but I do this all day, man, whether I got paid for it or not. Like I love media and being able to connect, with the artists and be able to see what's in their mind and how did they put this together. Like, heck, I miss reading the credits on the albums when they used to put in there and the stuff at the end, because you was able to kind of see what was on their mind and who are they working with and who are they thinking. All of that. So I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate everything that you're doing. I appreciate being able to learn about your history, because
Oh, yeah.
like 1993, I wasn't listening to, I mean, I was listening to music, but I wasn't listening to like inspirational and gospel and that sort of thing. And it's cool when other artists, like, you know, that when they really revel, you know, what you guys are doing. And it's a lot of artists. Like I've just, you know, I ask around and I'm asking people, you know about Dawkins and Dawkins, and they, yeah, you talking to, like, it's a lot of people that really, really, really dig you guys. And then I watch a lot of the reality shows. So Lil Mama, like on the what is it, the Growing Up Hip Hop, she was playing you. And
she was playing us?
That she was playing you guys, and that's cool.
Wow.
That puts a lot of people onto you guys. Like, you know, especially when other celebrities are like, you know, are swearing by what you guys are saying and by your word and whatnot. So I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you taking the time out. And I get being busy and having stuff going on. And a lot of times I'll do these Zooms and I'll be in the car too. So I appreciate it, man. Like,
I was like, the groomers called me, like, your dog is ready. Come pick him up. Like, oh, shoot. The wife is in the kitchen. She's cooking stuff for tomorrow. We got a house full of people going to be there tomorrow. So, you know, it's Thanksgiving prep time. So I'm trying to be as domestic as I can be and not be stuck in my studio, because I would normally be in my studio right now. Yeah. Just chilling.
I'm constantly
coming up with some stuff.
Yeah, I'm constantly working, man. I keep 2 phones with me. Like I'm doing all kind of stuff, like usually all through the day. I go to the gym and I'm texting and emailing while I'm at the gym and all kind of stuff. So
absolutely.
I definitely get it. And I think that's why I appreciate you guys even more, because you took the time out to talk to, you know, to talk to, you know, I say one of the little guys, because I like me doing this media stuff, I do it for my own pub. So I don't work for nobody else. Like I got that independent mind. Like I created this some years ago and I want to do my own thing. I don't want nobody to tell me who I can talk to, what I have to ask them and that kind of stuff. And I don't want to ask about crazy stuff. Like I want to know about the music and how you inspire people and who inspires you and that sort of thing. So thank you guys for all that you are doing out here to, you know, push people like me that, you know, really enjoy this music and just, you know, want to hear something positive from somebody.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you for supporting, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. And hope you have a great Thanksgiving and wonderful holidays as well.
It most definitely for you guys as well. In terms of people keeping up with you guys, websites, social media, you want to put any of that stuff out there?
Sure. Website, www.dawkinsandawkinsmusic.com, and on Instagram @edawkins or @adawk or @real Dawkins and Dawkins. Same thing on Twitter @edawkins, @adawk, and D&D Music. And we have Facebook, you know, Dawkins and Dawkins, or you can look us up by our names, Eric Dawkins or Anson Dawkins. And also you can email us, dawkinsandawkins@gmail.com. Plenty of ways to stay in touch with us. Stay tapped in and, you know, get the latest on what's going on with us.
That's cool, man. I appreciate it. Any kind of final words, comments, anything you guys want to get out there?
Just so grateful for all the support. Love you all. Love all those folks who are continue to support great gospel music, and especially Dawkins and Dawkins. Dawkins and Dawkins forever. God bless.
I think your brand of music and just what you guys do in general does not get enough support. You know, we look at all of the publications and the different platforms that are out there, and a lot of times I think that you guys, not specifically you guys, but just your brand of music, it does not really get the push that it deserves. So I want to be like one of those
things are changing.
It's coming. Yeah,
that changes.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's here right now, man. I want to be one. I'm gonna be one of the ones to like truly support you guys and really push your material.
There you go.
Anything that you have that you guys want to go out there, all I need is a word, and I got you guys. If you have artists, that sort of thing, I got you guys. So I appreciate it.
Appreciate you as well.
You guys have a good holiday.
All right, bless you, James.
All right now.